I've been a bad boy. Um, my daughter got married, yay, last Friday. And we left Thursday from Morelia. It's a 4 hour drive. It was really cool. I was fasted, of course. And just goes like that because right after you get out of Jalisco and you get into Guanajuato, it's another state. It's actually a 2 lane highway with like dotted white lines and a shoulder. And the idea is that you and trucks traveling, you can drive on the shoulder, straddling this dotted white line. And that allows, even if it's a solid stripe or a dash stripe, but it allows traffic to move and it allows a rather large passing lane in the middle. Now, if you're in any other country but Mexico, I don't know. I know about the US, I know about Canada, and I imagine the folks in Europe would look at this and go, and I don't have any video for you. So maybe the next trip we take, we'll take some video. But it would freak people out if you're not hip with that system. Matter of fact, just going from my house down to Calvillo is 30 miles away. It goes over a mountain, and it has the same kind of deal. So maybe I'll post a video about that. So anyway, so we got there, and on the way down, my brother-in-law lives in Uriungato, which is about an hour north of Morelia. So we stopped off, and of course, we ate lunch. It was delicious. It was actually really good. It was elbow macaroni. First time I'd eaten macaroni in 14 months. And in a soup. So I had mostly soup and a little bit of macaroni. And then she made this thing with chicken breast and cabbage, which was fine. And then a salad, which was also fine. Olive oil, and then a little boudin, which is like bread pudding. And I literally had a cubic inch of the stuff. But it was good. I mean, everything was delicious, but I was starving. Soup, a little bit of grain, and some salad, and even some, sugary dessert. Ain't gonna be enough. Anyway, so we got to Morelia, and then it was later in the evening, and there was a hamburger joint. So what did I do? I ordered 4 patties, boom, 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 boom. And the guy behind, the cook, he's looking at me going, seriously, do you know how big this is? I'm like, I don't care. Well, it turns out that it's a bun, and then white cheese. I guess it was like asadero. It was a nice melting cheese, typical Mexican white cheese. And then a slice of ham, and then lettuce and tomatoes, and then here goes the meat, yellow cheese, and a whole hot dog splintered. So 4 of those, and then on top of that, you have your ham, and then the cheese, and then the bun on top. And then they have a bunch of fixings. So it was cucumbers mixed with onion, and I guess some vinegar, some oregano, some spice, that triturado chili, ground chili like you put on pizza if you're in America. And they had some salsas, and they had radishes. So, of course, I had fun. I left the bun. I ate every other thing. And they give you 2 jalapenos that have been fried, unfortunately, in seed oils. There's nothing you can do about that. And the onions were fried in seed oils. But again, so that was day 1. Day 2, the day of the wedding, and I'd eaten before I'd eaten, even before Uriungato, I'd eaten 3 hard-boiled eggs. So, to help me out a little bit. And then that Friday, no breakfast, obviously fasting. The ceremony took place around noon, and then we wound up eating around 4, but I think I had 2 more hard-boiled eggs before I'd eaten that. And it was 3 Swiss enchiladas. Essentially, it's chicken breast again in green sauce, and guacamole and some chips. So I ate a couple of chips. And, of course, they're wrapped in corn tortillas. And then we kind of pushed through, still starving, guys. You got to understand, I eat probably 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day, but meat and fat, or I should say fat and meat. A bunch of eggs, and this just wasn't floating my boat. And we were walking miles. I probably walked 5 or 6 miles a day when we were there, plus fasting. So apparently my body could absorb all these carbs. And then we had pizza that night. It was actually very delicious, super uber delicious. In fact, it's if anyone, I can't remember where I was. Anyway, if you want to know where this place is, if you ever get down to Morelia, Michoacan, let me know and I'll hook you up. Apparently the guy's been in business since 1980, which wouldn't mean much to me except when you hear like, he's been in business for over 40 years. Like, 40 years, how the hell old am I? Anyway, so we ate the pizza, and like I said, I slept like a baby the whole time. So Saturday now, fasting, probably 12 hours, and then we had I had menudo, which was I believe it's cow stomach or pig stomach. I think it's pig stomach, and they slice it up. It's delicious, and it's in like this chili broth, probably guajillo chilies. And then I ordered a small plate of beer. Again, I get the look like, you eat a lot. The thing is, I don't eat tortillas. So obviously, I don't have a fill factor. You give me veg, and that is just not going to work. I can't eat enough veg to keep up with my body's requirements. So anyway, I think I did eat one tortilla during that whole schmutz. Then we went out for coffee, and I had a large American, which is black, hot and black. I won't tell you the joke, but it's really funny. And no cream, no sugar, obviously. And they all ordered these sickly sweet, who knows what the hells. I took a teeny little sip of it and went, I can taste the chemicals, man. Not picking on any of this. You've got to understand. I am not picking on it. I know that's what you guys eat, all right? Unless you're a carnivore like I am. And, everywhere you go, all you eat is meat. No fruit, no veg, no grains, no sugar. Huh? Yeah. And I'm standing before you having lost 42 kilos. That's like 90 pounds. And I don't know, what do you want? Okay. So deer in the headlight looks the whole time. I mean, later we went on our day, and I'm used to fasting, so it's not like I was hungry, but I knew I wasn't getting the nourishment I'm supposed to. So we went out, and I got a pambazo, which is a telera, which is a bread, Mexican bread, probably, I would say this one was 5 inches, maybe 3 to 4 inches across, and they fry it in the chorizo juice or and some chili, and then they fill it with literally strands of meat. It's like, they fill you up with the bread and the lettuce, but the meat is like a little bit of meat. This is horrible. I need meat, friends. Well, okay, so I ate that with a straight face, and I finally told us, well, you know what, man, let's go back to that place. So I had 3 more of those burgers, and then I fasted. Obviously, we got home. Oh, thank God. Well, not that I didn't like it. Again, if you have to eat, you gotta eat. I swear to God, I'm gonna bring a couple of pounds of jerky the next time I go place and start munching on it. So we got home, and I ate just a shit ton of wings. I made baked wings. I made around 50, and I don't think there's many left. And Carolyn said didn't eat too many. Isabel didn't eat any, and then I ate a whole piece of flank steak. And after that, I had weighed myself, and it came to I was 88 kilos. And I'm thinking, all those carbs, and I didn't gain any weight. I mean, I thought I'd gain fat, but then I was walking 5 to 6 miles per day. I'm going to walk again now here in about the next 20 minutes. I'm going to take a walk downtown. It's going to be about 2.5 miles. And then we went out and bought sweetbread. So I bought it had cajeta, which is, it's like milk cooked down until it turns brown and syrupy and delicious. It really is good. And then they put it in this thing, and they fold it over, almost like a French omelet, but the seam on top, and then chocolate on the ends. And then I ate a piedra, which is probably a pound of, I guess the leftover doughs from other things. They just put it together, and then they cook it, and they put chocolate on top of it. They're really delicious. And that's it. And then, this morning, turns out I weighed myself the morning we left, and I weighed myself this morning, and I'm 2.2 kilos or 5 pounds heavier. I would attribute that to the water that I'm retaining from these carbs. And so I imagine in the next day or two, that's all going to wash out. And by Wednesday or Thursday, I'll finally be able to find out, if anything happened. So that's what I did. I ate carbs and nothing happened. My guts were a little funky. I had a little more vapor than I'm used to, and it wasn't what I'm used to. Okay, so a little stool talk here. The stool was a little less dense. Let's just put it that way. A little more fluid, but not in the sense of sickness or illness. It just my guts don't like it. I just said, oh, screw this. I ain't dealing with it. Boom, get rid of it. All right. No dehydration, of course, and I ate salt whenever I could. So today, I don't know what we're going to eat. I know it's just going to be pure meat, eggs, and cheese for me for the next week. Because come Sunday is our anniversary, right? So we will have been married 30 years. And then a couple of days after that, we're going to head back out of town to a beautiful place I love called Apan. Yeah, that's in Hidalgo. So that's about a 6-hour drive. So I'll really fast for that one. Get my little nip of coffee. And it'll be good. So, was I bad after all? No. There's no such thing as bad when you're on a lifestyle, because I know, you can enjoy a little bit, walking, fasting. Eating is not the reason I go to these places now. I mean, I can actually now go and see things and look at things, right? Again, but I was hungry because all they feed everyone is just grains and veg. And I'm sorry, I need meat. So that was that. So as the week progresses, I'll let you know how I'm recovering, which really I never even moved, and I must be so insulin sensitive, like I said, that boom, everything was turned into glycogen. I have no fat. In fact, I woke up this morning, completely flat stomach, including, I had a slight, probably poofiness right there at the top of the belt line. That's gone. So, all right. So anyway, guys, you have a good one, and we'll chat again on one a little later. Be well. Bye.